Watch What You Bet here on That Betting Show. We're going to talk a little Major League Baseball, and as we previewed yesterday, we got some first-place teams that are going to go head-to-head here. The battle for first place in the NL East starts tonight, Teddy. We already had a series early in the season with the Phillies actually swept the Atlanta Braves. We'll see if they can try to return the favor. The Braves are favorites coming in today, Teddy. Minus 138 total of 9.5. The Braves' bats are hot at this point. Phillies coming in. Bryce Harper got his first day of rest on the season, so he looks to come into this rested and ready. The Phillies are 38-30 on the season. The Braves overtaking the Phillies in first place, Teddy. 40-29. Pivetta versus Fried today.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned, these teams haven't played since the opening weekend, the opening series of the season. So we're going to see a lot of Phillies, Braves, and certainly when you talk about a series that feels big, this one feels big for early June, especially considering the current form of these two teams. The Braves, as you mentioned, red hot. They've won 7 in a row, where the Phillies, they're 5-8 their last 13 ball games. Phillies catcher JT Realmuto, quote, "It's a huge series for us. We haven't been playing well lately, so it'd be good for us to go out there and gain some momentum. And who better to do it against than those guys, It's definitely a big series for us." And quote after quote from that locker room, the Phillies have this series circled. Obviously, they did sweep Atlanta the first time these two guys met. Now, Nick Pivetta was awful in April. Got sent down to AAA. 3 starts since he's come back, 2-0 with a .180 ERA. Pitched a complete game in his last start against Cincinnati. 1 run, 6 hits. Dynamite. Realmuto, quote, "He's just on the attack more. He's working with the same stuff. He's just doing a great job of getting ahead of hitters and being able to put them away when he gets ahead." Early in the season, I felt like when he did get to 2 strikes, he wasn't executing down in the zone. He was leaving balls up a lot. That's not happening anymore. Pivetta's got a good track record against Atlanta. And Fried hasn't been that hot lately. He really hasn't. Roughed up in Pittsburgh 2 starts ago. Last time at Miami, 6 innings, 3 runs. His quotes were good. That was the closest I felt to the beginning of the year, where I felt in rhythm. My tempo was a lot better, and I was able to work down. I felt it was a good stepping stone to build off of. That being said, Fried most assuredly has regressed from his early season form. Lean towards the Phillies as dogs in this one.
Let's head over to another one, the Dodgers. Another day, Teddy, another win for them. The Kershaw train back on the tracks. Cody Bellinger wakes up just in time. And today we have another game out there. The Dodgers favored minus 140 with a total of 8. Cubs on the season, Teddy, 38-30 on the season. Dodgers 46-23. Now we have Hendricks and Hill on the mound tonight. Not exactly your prototype fastball hard throwers, more crafty veterans out here, but both had some really good success on the season. Another good matchup tonight in Chavez Ravine.
Yeah, and what do we do with Hendricks? Hendricks has been brilliant. I mean, he really has been good. He's won his last 6 decisions. He's 3-0 over his last 3 starts. He's got a ERA under 2 in his last 8 starts, dating back to the beginning of May. I mean, he's been really, really good. His track record against the Dodgers is really, really bad. It's not really bad, but ERA over 5. They've hit a bunch of home runs against him. 2 starts at Dodger Stadium have been rocked both times. So you say, do we trust the current form, or do we trust the longer-term track record? That's the question for tonight. The central question, I don't have a great answer. Rich Hill, 39 years old. He's been a monster lately. He had a rough start. He had a knee injury. Since the end of April, he hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in a start. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in a start in any of his last 5 outings. Great quote from Russ Stripling, the Dodgers reliever, talking about Rich Hill. "Everyone in here really wants to win. There's no doubt about it. But Rich really wants to win. You can see that when he pitches, like in Tampa Bay, when he's screaming out expletives in front of 2,000 people. There's not a lot of people that have that fervor. Lean Dodgers, haven't gotten in the window with it.
Teddy, Minnesota bats look to stay hot here on Friday night. Yesterday, I had a team total in the afternoon. I'm sitting here watching while I'm doing the radio show, and I'm going, man, 1 run through 5. This team total is dead. They explode in the 6th inning, which is a very common practice for them. Taking a look today, lines open up, Teddy, SBRodds.com, 180, 190, now surging north of 200, sitting at around 230 with a total of 10. The Royals come to town fresh off a win yesterday in Omaha, 22-46 on the season, only 8-23 away. The Twins, 45-22 on the year, 21-10 at home. It's going to be Keller and Gibson today.
Oh, boy, you got the Royals coming off a win. There's a chance to fade them. KC in an odd situation where they're playing a game 3 cities in 3 days after playing in Omaha yesterday. But, this sellout crowd tonight. Prince night. They're giving away purple jerseys in Minnesota this evening. Joe Mauer's number gets retired tomorrow night. It's going to be sellouts all weekend in Minnesota. We're talking about a team that's 21-10 at home. Rocco Baldelli, Twins manager. These crowds are great. I think a lot of people are looking forward to this weekend, too, with Joe being here and everything going on around the ceremony and everything. I think it'll be very cool for everyone to just be a part of. Having a full stadium and the energy associated with that, the players, the staff, everyone here will feel that. And we're talking about a team that's on pace to hit 319 home runs. They've hit a home run every 17.6 at-bats this season. That's on pace for 319. The all-time record is 267 for the Yankees last year. The franchise record is 225 back in 1963. Minnesota's doing something special. And oh, by the way, Nelson Cruz is healthy and hot again. Remember, he was hurt and ice cold earlier in the season. He missed, almost a month. He got his 12th dinger in 43 games yesterday. And the Twins, not a team I'm looking to step in front of right now.